have more rental places available, which is fine, but what you're doing is you're making it harder for the landlord, and therefore less properties will become available. So you actually...
Today is SCP-5800. Object class, amby. Special containment procedures. Scientific institutions and observatories must be prevented from discovering SCP-5800. Leaked and SCP-800-801 must be taken down and kept away from public knowledge or addressed as a whole. Foundation protocols must be kept in place to prevent any entity or entities from
the other weapon. I am not asking you not to use a weapon that you like. If you're using that weapon, actually use it in full, and don't just have it to be a weapon down because it makes you look like an idiot.
Yep.
Let's spend blood money for decorated war hero paint, free grade heatless cake.
Every time I think about this story, I think about, you know, that scene in Tropic Thunder,
questionable headshot.
Where Robert Downey Jr.
Oh well, you take those.
We do take those the whole time. But when that, I think it's
I'm wondering to like clip it or not, because I can't remember if it was Flick or just I actually aimed correctly without knowing it.
Fun of him. He's like,
that's a sick
was a shit. Let me ask you this, Jackson.
Which is good and bad, because we're shit to learn, but yeah, you know, I ain't gonna complain about more maps.
Because I'm a biased American, probably. But when did Australia go from like a prison colony to like having like free range and laws and stuff like that? Because unless
very impressive.
We don't have to go into it, but he spent like so long being like, you only neigh, horses just neigh. So like other people would talk to it and be like, do you feel bad? And ChatGPT would like,
I went the wrong way.
or like shakes head solemnly or whatever. Like,
don't worry, boys, I got D covered.
But yeah,
they did it. The AI just kept asking for like people to effectively clip. It was like this. Like, do you feel this is? Do you feel strange? And it'd be like horse shakes his head no. Like, you can definitely convince one to be Australian for sure.
Yeah, Google's AI is all over
he's
the
too.
place. I imagine that's
He's too strong. Yeah. He did the crouch tech. We can requeue if you want.
Garbage and noted that she could ate my baby.
Somebody just got a fish kill.
So it stemmed from that initial, line that other people had said, you scream out, a dingo got my baby, and then it like morphed over time into a dingo ate my baby.
Did she?
I had like 5 health.
Wait, I killed you? I'm sorry. I thought you were. First, I thought you looked different. Like your skull looked different.
I mean,
yeah, because I'm playing Pyro.
Trying to get hope. I think her focus was on getting hope, and the dingo was running away.
I feel like instinct would
Well, hold on.
chase after it.
It's not saying here that she thinks the dingo had.
Probably more than enough. But as we were just told, Spartacus was clever. He was wily. He was absolutely no fool. And he managed to sort of outwit them. Sort of climbed up some cliffs. And then, whilst the Roman soldiers thought they were still up there, they scaled down the back side of these cliffs. Sort of circled round this contingent of 3,000 legionaries and cut into them from behind and chopped them up and beat them. Now, no one was really expecting that.
Okay.
If there is ever a slave
Tier to it, because today's one doesn't have all the baggage. No one, firstly, would be arrested for being openly Turkish or whatever.
openly a dragon.
Yeah, that would have been a problem. But the Saturday protests, the Palestinian situation, is about the way that the police have a fear, and that's what's manifesting itself. It's not about the word. I know we're now talking about a different story, but it's not about the words the police officer used.
Whole moon at once. Yeah, after watching Free Speech Nation today, I'd love to see Cress on the moon.
Oh, there we go. Joke. I do believe in the idea of space exploration. I think we should get to Mars.
You believe
next.
in ghosts, Andrew? I don't know what to think.
But you know what I mean? I do think that I'm right about this, that we should, just because there are other things that we need to spend.
Let's take a look at this. The spy is gonna back away from me into the corner. It gets edged out because I'm close enough. It changes, and then it changes again as it gets edged out again. Just level 4 stabs. Now, whether people jump at you from the corners consciously or unconsciously, it doesn't really matter as long as you know how to counter it. Obviously, you counter corner stabs by just taking the...
But at the end of the day, the Tories are screwed, and you were right. The problem with the political system is that a party can stay in power for far too...
Lesbian comedian who has done very funny routines about how expensive it is to get hold of semen when they think of, you know, how much
all the
just
wastage.
gets like yeah, exactly. And they do have a point on that front. I mean, it is absurd to try and monetize it. Obviously, the point is it's not all the same, is it? That's the thing. People try and pretend it is, but we all know it isn't.
Yeah, and I think, you know, people have been a bit unfair on this company because most babies are conceived by one person in the
It's not unrealistic. No.
2024, a battleground year.
The year the nation decides.
As the parties gear up their campaigns for the next general election.
Nice. Where's Spy?
He's
nice. There you go. Good work.
Don't fucking bait. Holy shit. What's
Yeah, our demo. I mean, to be fair, I think.
And I'm the only one dying. What the hell is going on?
That was my bad. I called Manic to help me in my And
yeah, well, it's two players. It's two players. What about everyone?
Our scout out early, and they countered that scout. Had we been a close match like 3-3 or something like that, we probably would have sent back our combo as well to guard our flank, to guard our scouts. And when
because men and women are different.
Yeah.
Vows to continue husband's fight. This is very brave of her, although she's speaking in an undisclosed location, whatever. But still, to put a target on her head after her husband's been murdered and assassinated. And I guess she's putting her forward to
1951, whatever it is.
2024, a battleground year.
The year the nation decides.
As the parties gear up their campaigns.
And then Scratch, who was a respawner, came behind me post-Uber and finished the cap because the player who was stopping the point already died, so he ran to cap the point after that. And like killing things, I actually do consider different factors in my team. So I'm looking at my flank, like my roamer. I'm looking at my combo scout. If he dies, I take his place. I'm looking at my medic just in case I need to run him out. And I'm looking at protecting, my demo and maybe a soldier getting pushed, like stuff like that. So.
Yeah, being super flexible is great, and I really like that about that demo.
Yeah, I think that showcases a lot of the flexibility Scout has. Because I think Scout works in a lot of ways. It can be one of your main sources of frags and damage if you're good at like taking heals, using your buff.
To go across the channel is very dangerous. You might drown, whatever they're saying.
And even when you get ahead, you really want to join a machete drug gang because the high kicks, but
hot babes in a nice rack. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, the future for these people, either way. But for a lot of these people crossing over,
instead of just referencing random celebrity.
Congressional vote. Congressional job of
I don't know how that hit, but it did, so I'll take it.
Which that's probably perfectly accurate. In fact, that might be an overestimate.
I would help.
And I'm wondering what the aggregate is right now for Trump v. Harris. Yeah, Trump is at plus 1.9.
I hit that! Holy shit! That shit with like the power jack. I was like, well, at least it's a hammer. He's half correct.
It's not evidence he's dead.
He tried his best.
It is evidence that he has problems. Teresa 5.
Yeah, I was like running.
Oh, that med got fucking destroyed. I just headshot.
It going up 4 points each time. Well, eventually, the native Germans are going to be paying for all of these foreigners on welfare, and it's going to be.
And this tiny slowdown is just enough to barely miss the corner. The usual way to defeat Bowser is to force him to destroy the floor until he falls down, but using fireballs is about 25 seconds faster. Bowser takes 35 fireballs to kill.
So I couldn't really do much. Here, I'm desperate because I saw the spy was going back to spawn, so I knew that he'd find me. So I was kind of just trying to strafe, like, around the window so he couldn't